Hey, happy travelers, vacation travel hacks here with the next installment on helping you prepare for your trip to Disney World. You spent thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. I got the family all lined up to go, ready to build the memories. Now we're going to talk about the guide to sit down dining at the Magic Kingdom. Just in case you're new to the scene here, there's a couple different options. You can go into the Magic Kingdom and go to like Casey's Corner and get a hot dog, or you can go into the Magic Kingdom and eat at the castle, the Cinderella's Royal Table, for example. One you don't need a reservation for, one you do need a reservation for, and the latter is what we're going to talk about today. So I want to give you an overview of all the dining options that are at the Magic Kingdom, the ones specifically that would likely require a reservation. They probably wouldn't accept walk-ups. So let's hop into this here. If you're new, you're kind of in the early stages. These are to help you plan, prepare, use your investment. You spent the money. By the way, I don't get paid for this. I'm not a travel agent. I'm just a guy that likes to talk Disney. And more importantly, I like to strategize with folks. I like to, I'm the family planner for our group. I plan trips for 8 to 12 people, sometimes 14, but normally 8 people. If I help you have a good time at Disney World, well, then heck, that's my payment. I hope you have a fantastic time. Disney World is very much like a fire hydrant. What I'm trying to do is give you a trickle out of the faucet. And at least at the end of the day, if you walk past a restaurant, you see people who go there, at least you could say, hey, I had a chance to go. I chose not to, versus, wow, I wish I knew about that. And it's kind of the purpose here. So in this one, we're going to talk about sit down. Next video, I have yet to make. I got to make the quick service dining. So we're in the middle of it here. What you missed in the last video is the flows, orientation video to the Magic Kingdom, trying to save you from walking 10 miles when maybe just a mile would do. So hopefully you can orientate yourself to that. It is on my library. Let's hop into it. The dining locations at the Magic Kingdom, there's a few as you walk in. You got Tony's Town Square, you got the Plaza, and the Crystal Palace and Main Street, USA. As you move over to Adventureland, you have the Jungle Skipper Canteen, which is like the Jungle Cruise. Move over into Liberty Square. You got Diamond Horseshoe, Liberty Tree Tavern. You got the Castle, and you have the Beauty and the Beast, Be Our Guest restaurant over in Fantasyland. Those are the ones we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you the menu and maybe something your kids may or may not eat. If you see nothing for your kid, you may be like, I'm not going to eat there. Let's hop into it. Tony's Town Square. So you can get lunch and dinner. By the way, the menu is the same and the price is the same, but it shows you the times for both. And when I say the times were the same in the spirit of, the menu was the same. As of early March 2023, there's no difference in price and availability for lunch. If you go, hey, this guy said there was no ham sandwich, on his menu, and now there is. Things change. I strongly refer you to DisneyWorld.com or the app to see what is available that day. They don't even sell pizza anymore. They sold pizza a couple of years ago. It was really good pizza. All right, Tony's Town Square will be right when you walk in. So if you're like, man, I'm going in hungry, I want to start strong, you're in luck. You walk in through the gate. It'll be on your left, right at the bottom of the page. Here's the menu. The bread is good. The olive oil, if you like dipping bread in olive oil, you're in for a treat. Otherwise, nothing super sensational to mention here. Well, my kid liked the fried mozzarella. I guess that's sensational. Second, piatti. I'm not Italian, and it's probably pronounced miserable, but I guess this is the main course. I've had the chicken parmesan many times. My dad's had spaghetti and meatballs. There used to be pizza right here on the menu for $18. They got rid of it. The steak, you could do better. It was fine. And my wife enjoys the chicken penne. So here's stuff for you. If you want to stay here longer, hit pause. Otherwise, I'm going on. Kids get to create your own entree. Now take a look here. If you have a picky eater, you don't want to go to a place where he or she won't eat, then this, because, they don't have ta-da, or my kid won't eat any of this. They got the choose one, and then you can choose two. Desserts, we've had all the desserts. It's good. It's fine. And that takes us out of Tony's Town Square off to the next restaurant. Now we're going to the Plaza. So you work in a little further. This one will be on the right as you leave Main Street, USA. Uh, Restrooms are real close by too. So here, let's hop in the menu. I've had the chili. I actually enjoyed it. Had the chicken sandwich. The Main Street burger is pretty good. You can't go wrong. I've heard the Reuben's pretty good. In my family, we've enjoyed that. Steak was okay. I've had Le Cellular is the global standard for steak. You're going to be tough to beat. Although, no, Le Cellular. I'm sorry. Then for the kids, what about cheeseburgers? Who doesn't love a cheeseburger? If you don't see something that they'd like, maybe you don't want to eat here. Chicken strips. I mean, everyone loves chicken strips, unless you're a vegetarian. And I think they have a plant-based menu. Kids a la carte. Maybe they're more of a grapes and salad kid. And to the dessert, cheers to 50. Now, this thing, the cheers to 50 is supposed to be quite sensational. Fortunately, I could not get in there for the 50th, but I've had their desserts. It's the cheers to the 50th. Google that. That's no joke. That's supposed to, if you're a dessert person, most people, they're like, I don't want a dessert. Let's move over to the Crystal Palace here. This is a character dining. This is also Main Street heading towards Adventureland. And you get to sit down, $45. Actually, for character dining, this is actually this is breakfast pricing. All right, okay. So the price is, you'd be like, whoa, wait, wow, now we're talking some coin here. It's because, you're in Disney, in the park, and there's characters. So it's a good opportunity. It's pros and cons. Like if you need to get a picture with the characters, you can go wait in line, or you can get a meal and get your pictures with characters. So it's kind of choose your own poison. We go there quite a bit. Crystal Palace is enjoyed by us. The breakfast, truth be told, bacon is bacon, eggs is eggs. Whether it's a Chef Mickey's, Crystal Palace, the Ale and Compass restaurant, all throughout the park, it's largely the same. There's some nuances, but at this there isn't. It's a partial listing, but breakfast is breakfast. They might have ham and whatnot. For the dinner, price goes up $14-15. We've enjoyed their dinner. It's a buffet. It's Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore, and the group walking around. The only person I haven't seen there is Christopher Robin, and I can venture to guess as to that. That's a little bit more challenging to fulfill. So that's the Crystal Palace. Let's hop out to the Jungle Navigation Crew. The Jungle Cruise version of Eatery, and that will be over here a little past Crystal Palace. Will be on your right, and you go in there. Some appetizers. We did not have any appetizers here, not that I remember. But if you see something here, well, you're in luck. There's something to eat. I did have the hanger steak. I thought it was good. Our overall impression when we ate here, it was okay. It was nothing that we were like, oh man, when we go back, we got to go back. But it was cool to do it. The theming in their Jungle Cruise theme, it was neat. It was, if you haven't done it, if you're like, hey, should I do it? I always recommend to do it. If it's all that's available, it's certainly better than nothing. You're off your feet. You're in air conditioning. There you go. What will the kids eat? Take a look here. They're like, Susie or Timmy will eat one of these. Ta-da! This is for you. Or like, whoa, we're staying away from this. My kid won't eat this. Then this. Hey, listen, this video served its purpose. For desserts, I think we shared the chocolate cake, the kungaloosh, and it was fine. It was good cake. I always enjoy a cake. The Diamond Horseshoe. The next two are going to be very similar. They're actually right next to each other. The Diamond Horseshoe and Liberty Tree Tavern are right next to the same place. And I'm pretty sure they share the same kitchen. And I will show you why I have that impression here. Because the prices are the same and the food is the same. So it's all you can, care to enjoy. You sit down and they bring you plates. And it's turkey. It's kind of like Thanksgiving type food, stuff that you get. And there's no bad time to have Thanksgiving food. Now for kids, off the menu kind of a thing. I had a kid who, he's not a big turkey and pot roast fan, to be honest. They do bring you chicken strips for the kids. A nice flat of chicken strips and fries and sauces for that. So that was a nice touch. If you're plant based, you are having a very good time because you get Impossible Meatloaf. Oh, well, there you go. Let's go to the next place, Liberty Tree Tavern. Let's see if the menu's the same. And the names are different, but the food very much is the same. If I go back one slide, the difference between the two is actually the theming. Liberty Tree Tavern feels like you walked in to a place that's like 300 years old, sans the electric candles at the top. But it's really well done. I really enjoy the theming. The theming at the Diamond Horseshoe is more like a saloon, what I would imagine a saloon is out in the Wild West. So, there's a lot to look at. That piano in the background there actually plays music. So that's kind of neat. But otherwise, this place, if you want to imagine that you're enjoying, a Thanksgiving meal in another place. Hey, listen, make sure to save room for dessert because that ooey gooey toffee cake, heavens, is solid. Listen, this is a good meal. No, I don't. Everyone's enjoyed it, and we always like to go back when we can. Let's move on to two of the harder to get reservations. Cinderella's Royal Table. We've done this 3 times. It is a very hard to get. You actually have to pay in advance for this particular one, but it's you're eating in the castle, and if that's something you want to do, something we wanted to do, and I'm sure it's something we will do again, it's worth the trouble. So let's walk through it. Breakfast. There is a distinct breakfast menu, and then there's the lunch and dinner menu are the same. The attention to detail in here is fantastic. I circled where the castle is. Maybe there's the castle. For breakfast, it is kind of like a buffet price without the buffet, but it's enough. So when you sit down, princesses are going to rotate through. You get an assorted pastries platter, and who doesn't love a good pastries to start the day? And then you get to pick from an entree. I think I had the tenderloin. It was okay. I don't know why I get steak out of these places. They're okay. Listen, the cellular though. That's all. That'll be in the Epcot video. Kids, what are the kids going to eat there? They're paying. What are they paying here? They're paying $39. So surely the kids are going to eat something, right? Well, I hope they like frittatas. The waffles, you can't go wrong with the waffles. And then you get to choose, home fries or bacon and sausage. I believe my kid gets a double helping of bacon, and I raised him right. Proud of that. Or you can enjoy a cold cereal, some fruit and seed oatmeal. Something to think about. During dinner, the price goes up a little bit. For both folks, you get to choose from an appetizer for the adults. You get to choose an entree. And you get to choose a dessert. I believe I had the clock strikes 12, and I believe that was amazing. Kids, you get to, how about a bite-sized cheeseburger? It's pretty tasty. That's a pretty good appetizer there. And then I hope your kid likes chicken nuggets, maybe the seared fish of the day, start them strong, grilled beef tenderloin. All right, let's hop over to beauty. And I'm sorry, there's a little bit more here. Choose your dessert. So they get to choose an appetizer up there, cheeseburger, I would imagine. Choose a steak, and then choose a side, 2 sides, mashed potatoes and some pilaf, maybe a lot of carbs, and then a dessert. Choose a dessert, and then you get a picture with one of the princesses, and then you get a castle or a wand, I believe. And listen, the memories, I still remember eating there. It's impactful. I highly recommend it. Food was good. Environment was good. Memories that will last a lifetime. Let's finish up dining at the Magic Kingdom with Be Our Guest, the Beast, the Beauty and the Beast. And as good of a job as they did in Cinderella's Royal Table, or heck, at any Disney location when it comes to theming, Be Our Guest is about as good as you will see in terms of theming. It's huge, and they got lots of rooms. So this is, you walk in, this must be the main atrium, because if you go to the left, you got the Rose Room, and if you go to the right, I forget the real name, but it's a picture room, and it doesn't matter where you sit. It is fantastic. The decor is really good. It's almost like you're at the Sistine Chapel in Rome. And if you've never been, you can pretend like you've been. Take pictures of the roof, send it to your friends, tell them you're in Rome, and they'd believe you. I think, unless you told them you're in Orlando, then they'd be highly confused. We got two different options here: lunch and dinner, 10 to 10. Check the menu; it's the same for both. The price is the same for both. Be Our Guest is a little bit past the castle. And the price, similar to the royal table, but the food has always been good. I get the French onion soup. I don't know why on a hot day I want a hot soup, but it's good, and I enjoy it. Then there's the entree. I get the filet. Actually, from a steak point of view, the steak's pretty solid. If you get the filet butterfly cut, cooked to medium, that's a pretty good time. I've heard the duck's good. Other people have had the chicken at our table. Maybe my dad's had the trout. I don't know. Kids, create your own, choose one, start at the top, get appetizer, fruit and cheese plate. Now, unlike my Tiffin's review where the cheese was very obscure and for a very refined palate, this is actually a pretty, the cheese that you would have heard of these cheeses and probably tried them. I don't know if your kid has a well-refined palate to enjoy some of these cheeses, but it's, I think it's edible. My kid gets the beef tenderloin. Mac and cheese, the mac and cheese is good. It is good. And then you get to choose two of these sides. And then the dessert. And for the dessert, try the gray stuff. It's delicious. And I strongly, strongly believe that. So that concludes the sit-down dining options at the Magic Kingdom. If any of these are like, hey, I would like to try these, later on, I'm working through an agenda here. There will be a video that walks through how and when to make the reservations. 60 days, just in case you can't wait 60 days out, go into your 60 days from the start of your stay, go to your My Disney app, go into make dining reservations. It opens up 6 a.m. The royal table. You will want to be Johnny on the spot for that. Be one of the first. Have your credit card ready to make a payment to make that reservation prepaid. Don't worry if you cancel. They'll refund it. But to hold the reservation, that is that. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you on the next video. Always fun to talk Disney. Next time, team.